Hey, folks, just a friendly reminder that all shows on the Madness Comic Network are produced by their individual hosts and in no way reflect the opinions of the network as a whole.
Hey, everybody, Dirk Manning here, the writer and creator of numerous comic books and graphic novels, including Nightmare World, Tales of Mystery, Brave but Not Dead, all kinds of stuff. And I am super excited for you because you are getting to watch right now, right this moment, out of all the things we're going to be doing, you're getting to enjoy and revel in the Madness Comic Network. And that is awesome. Thank you for being here.
And now for something completely different.
It's not really different. We do countdowns and watch parties all the time. Over 100 of them to date. But today, we're doing a countdown for Mr. Sean Wood. And we're going to be talking about The Fog Within and watching the timer shrink down. We're going to go through the campaign. We're going to do what we do in the countdown. You know what's up. So for those of you watching, thank you for tuning in and share this stream out because this is your last chance, guys. 1 hour left. Your last chance to get The Fog Within. Without any further ado, Mr. Sean Wood.
Oh, hey, thanks for having me.
I was even pointing the right way. It worked. Yeah. What's happening, man?
How you doing?
Oh, it's all action. Friday nights are kind of busy. So, it's like when cramming a countdown into a Friday night is, we're working now.
I'm sure. Yep. I appreciate you doing it for me.
Oh, you know it, dude. Now, I want to go ahead and pull this thing up. What did I just do? Am I still here? What happened? Oh, God, I got 2 StreamYards open. Now I got confused for a second. I opened one up. There's nothing. I was like, oh, no. What happened? All right. I have a screen I want to share. You have a campaign you want people to see.
Yeah. The last hour.
This is it. With 56 minutes left. 111 backers, which is a cool number, but we wanted to go up.
Of course.
$3,600. So well over double a goal. That's awesome. Awesome. We definitely want people to share this out. So let me get a banner roll in here that tells people to please do that. There it is. Hello, chat. I know you're there. We see you watching. We got people over on the Critical Blast Twitter and on the Madness Network. You guys know what to do. If you got questions, drop them in the chat over there. Say hey, and by all means, please hit the share button and all your socials for not only the show, the stream, but also I'm going to drop the link in the chat for the campaign. Share it out too. Tell all your friends because, hey, you never know. I mean, yeah. I actually had my mom buy a comic book. I had no idea my mom was going she'd never shown any kind of interest in it at all. But she saw one of our shows and she was, I want to see what that comic book looks like. I said, well, Mom, you got to buy the comic book, Yeah,
that's the name of the game.
And she gave me that. You can't just get them to give you one. Like, no.
Yep, we all need the help.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm not saying there's not people that give me comics, but, it's like I don't ask them for them.
Right.
They send me a message that says, Pops, what's your address? I want to send you a book. And I'm like, yeah. But, I don't ask people to give me freebies, I actually got accused of that a long, long time ago. Somebody said that the only reason I do this
was free comics.
Was to get free comics. And I was like, really? You start looking at the amount of hours that I got in, and those would have to be some old key comics.
Right.
We got hours into this. So tell everybody, Sean, a little bit first about yourself, and then we will dive into the campaign.
Yeah, so this is my 3rd book. I only started about a year and a half ago with The Fog Within as my first comic. And Yeah, this is my third one. We're going on the fourth next February to finish out the arc. And each time we've gotten a little better with the audience, a little more eyes on it, and a few more dollars. So it's always nice to see the growth.
Yes.
And it was my first chance of trying to write my own comic and get into this crazy world. I thought as soon as I started, I was like, oh, nobody's doing this. I'll make easily my money back. No problem. And I saw the struggle that it is. But I wouldn't have any other way, though. I'm glad I was naive enough to start it, because if I didn't know.
People there's a lot of reasons people let themselves be scared away from doing the things they want to do.
Right.
Don't
Yeah.
let nothing stop you.
Yep. You only live once.
You know how many
pursue your dreams
I've encountered in the last 3 years trying to put this network together? One obstacle after another, after another, after another, and we're finally legit.
Yeah.
It took a long time. It took a lot of jumping through hoops and finding the right people was huge. What's up, Doran? You got White Fire Comics in the house. What's happening? Do me a solid, bro. Share this out. You know what's up. Doran.
Yeah, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for sure.
Yeah, all of us work. All of us.
Oh, yeah.
We might not all be doing the same thing, but we all work. When I first started doing this, it was just I'm a fan of indie comics, but you guys don't have people making movies of your characters and big, huge Marvel branding and a marketing department that's, you know what I mean? You don't have that.
Oh, yeah, no.
I try to provide some kind of, somebody trying to get eyes on what you do, somebody trying to get you some airplay, trying to get you guys out here and get seen. Maybe someday this will be big enough where I can call it the indie comics marketing department, but for now, I got to build something that people count on, that they can count on, that I'm doing the work. And that's what I do. And obviously you do too, or you wouldn't be on book 3.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to kind of play the trailer, but I want to know first, is there a setup to the trailer? Is there anything?
No, it's a quick intro to all 3 books. It's very basic of the story, because there's really an A plot and a B plot. I more just put the main character on there just to make it a quick, like less than 60-second type intro. And the music is kind of loud too. Just warn everybody. but yeah, it gives you a good intro to the book, though.
For all of you with your headphones on, here it goes. Start that over again so it looks better. And then we're going to scroll on down here and take a look. You have unlocked 8 awesome indie comics so far. Is it stretch goal or backer goal? Yeah. Yeah,
backer goal. So every 25, I was doing 2 indie comics, guys that I've met over this year and a half or so. And we're close to getting to the next one, which would be 125 backers. I think we're at 111 last I looked. So I would like to get to 125. That was my personal goal. But, it's always good to have goals and trying to always reach for that next thing every single time. So we'll see.
It's funny because 5 years ago when I promoted the first comic that I was involved in, okay, they had the stretch goals and everybody's doing stretch goals. And I was talking to the guys and I was like, that backer number is way more important than that dollar number.
That's true.
You guys should be rewarding backers. And they're like, what do you mean? And I said, you should have a backer reward, something like a original piece of art or something that's just going to get slid randomly into a package. Nobody knows whose package it is. And you ship them out. And at certain backer numbers, you add a new reward. And then they kind of turned them into additional stretch goals where everybody gets something, which is cool too.
Right.
But when I first came up with it, it was like to give the backers like one piece of original art. That first 25 backers, we're throwing one piece of original art in there. And then the second set of 25, there would be one piece of original art in that set. You see, and you know what I mean? It was like, so, you had a pretty good chance of winning a piece of original art from the comic. And I mean, obviously it took off and people have morphed it into other stuff. But man, I can remember nobody was doing backer rewards back then. It was like, man, you guys aren't. I was a fan. I was coming in as a fan, and I was like, you guys aren't rewarding the fan.
Right.
You kind of just, everybody got something, it's like, no, single it out, or put that one thing in there that everybody's hoping to get, but only one person's going to get.
Right.
It
That's
was
a cool idea.
Yeah, it was, I mean, we did all kinds of weird stuff, but a lot of it has lived on and grown and morphed, I mean, people do all kinds of cool stuff now.
Right.
So you had 4 different sets. So you 4 or 2 comics with each one. I see Voodoo Nations. I see Monster Matador. I see some stuff I know here. Cool. Let's talk.
Oh, yeah.
What all is in that list?
Yeah, so you got August from was it Benjamin Morse?
Yes.
Is in the first one. You got Immortal Era. That's from Ed Davis. You got American Dreams. That is Daniel Calvin. Then you've got Avandrus Theory. He's a local guy that I met with. He buys my stuff. I buy his stuff now. So he's local. And then you got Dusk by David Daub. Monster Matador, of course. Voodoo Nations. Yep. Voodoo Nations by Travis. And then you got V for Mars? V for... It's like Vampires in Mars, basically. And his name's George. Oh, man. I can't remember his last name. I just met with him last week, actually. He just went live with number 2 of that. So we swap books for each other's campaigns, trying to support each other. But it's a great book, though. And that's the one.
Promotion is huge because that pumps fan bases, man. And, this is one of the things I've been talking about forever is like you guys help each other out, share each other's stuff, bump off each other. Because, this guy's fan base, like Doran, he's in the chat right now, okay? His fan base might not know anything about you.
Right.
But if he shares your stuff to his socials, then his fan base goes, who's Sean Wood?
Yep, exactly.
And it helps everybody grow. I tried. One of the things that really bugs me is like, I love artists. I understand you guys get on to the next thing and it ain't your book and blah, blah, blah. But man, promote that book while it's active. Promote it. You guys, the more you promote it, the more he's going to pay you next time. The more your money he makes, he's going to be happy. He's going to say, I saw you promoting it. I'll give you this much more next time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I share everybody else's stuff too. I mean, it's all a community. So, I mean, I wasn't part of the community, when I started out, but the longer I'm in it, the more I realize, hey, it's awesome. Everybody's helping each other out for the most part and just keep it going. I've met so many cool guys in all of this. I'm actually kind of sad I'm not at Baltimore this year. I'm going to do something else local, so I can't go. But there's so many people in Baltimore right now that are awesome at what they do, and I'm just learning whatever I can from everybody that's been more experienced than me. So it's a cool little community for sure.
Dude, I call it a nation. It ain't a little community.
That's true.
Man, there are a lot of little groups.
Yeah,
but there are a whole bunch of you guys.
that's true.
I mean, I used to do a monthly show with 60 people every month.
Oh, jeez.
You know, I mean, so, and man, that was.
Yeah, I can't imagine 60.
Oh man, it's like, you know, I mean, we'd run 30-minute spots all day, one creator after another, from noon till like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and then we'd have an evening panel where a whole bunch of people would just come out and talk about comic stuff. Man, it was just like being at a con, sorta. We couldn't. It was COVID. We couldn't, right? Yeah. But you know, we did our best to give the people something to look at, and the creators somewhere to try to sell some stuff. Man, it was a sucky summer, you know? But we ended up doing that for almost 4 years. You know, every month we had a show. It was awesome.
It's crazy.
The letter looks solid too. What?
Thank you. That's Letter Squids for sure. Yeah, that was one of the first things someone told me was don't try to letter your own book, because that is the thing that people will notice first. If it's done the right way, people don't notice, but if it's done the wrong way, then the book's just no good. So I learned that really quick.
If it is the wrong way, they see it all.
Oh yeah,
every bit of it. Like
so Justin from Letter Squids, he's awesome.
I got a friend that the first book he sent out, like the letters were some of the font was really small.
Yeah,
I'm old. Okay, if I put my magnifying glasses on,
right,
I still can't read it. That shit's too small. I told him, I said, man, please make that bigger. You can't read a comic book with a magnifying glass in your hand.
Well, you can, but it's no fun.
Yeah, it don't work. It's just, you know, so I might have to read that one on the PDF. You know what I mean? It's like, so I can blow it up, you know.
Yeah, and actually the letters in this book, so 1 through 3 all have been through Letter Squids, but this one definitely challenged. It was a little more challenging anyways, because some of the type of bubbles that we had to use to make it make sense. It's really some of the stuff we put in there is kind of its own character too. So it definitely looks like a nice letter book for sure.
So how many covers are there? I see
so there's 3 covers. Each time I've done 3. So that one right there is my interior artist, David Dion. He's always the cover A. And then I've got 2 more covers, which is that is Epsilon and Brody on the cover. That is by Christopher Owayan, and he does a great job. There's actually a video on my Facebook. He has like the process video of him doing the whole thing, and it turned out great. And then Victor Medina did that cover. That's kind of an homage to Invincible. There's a Whatnot cover for #1 on Invincible, and it's kind of the same idea, like bloodied and battle torn, and I just loved it. So I had him do a cover like that, and I think it turned out really good.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Some page work, people. Oh, this looks good. Dude, now look, I'm gonna tell you, I wasn't at Tuesday Morning Brew that morning when you were on with Laurie. Okay.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of business because like I said, we were trying to get this thing finalized with our Foundation of Madness. So I couldn't really pay a whole lot of attention to that show. And then it was like when I came out and said, dude, I'll do a countdown for you. Then it was like, I never went back and watched it because I wanted to do this and go through it for the first time with you myself, as opposed to watching Laurie do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know?
Yeah.
So, this is your interior artist, Dion, David Dion.
Yeah, David Dion.
Yeah, dude, I like this. This is solid.
Yeah, he reminded me when I first found him. It was kind of like a early Jim Lee type, is what I saw his pencil work. And when we did the first one, he was just doing penciling, and I had to find a different inker. And after we were done with the first one, and we were going to continue together, he said he wanted to do the inks traditionally as well. And he's done some work before, but he was trying to work on it more. I was like, yeah, of course. And it's turned out great. So this is all his penciling and inking, and it's all traditional. And he does it all. Each page is one day. So he'll do more of a basic penciling and say, hey, do you like the layout? Does this make sense for the story? I say yes. I pretty much never tell him to change anything because it's always awesome. And by that night, he's already inked the page, and he'll scan it a couple days later. But yeah, penciling, inking, he does roughly about 7 hours altogether for one page. It's insane. And there's been days where he's like behind on other stuff, and he'll do 2 pages in one day. He'll do the pencils in the morning of both pages. I'll say yes, and then he'll just go inking for the rest of the day. And I'll get at 11 o'clock at night, hey, they're done.
And how'd you meet him?
Facebook, one of the Facebook groups. The I think Connecting Writers and Artists group is what it's called, I think. But yeah, I just scoured that for like a month and a half after I had a script. I didn't know what an artist would want, whether they want like the Marvel way or more of a full script. So I had it kind of more of a Marvel way the first time. Right. And he said, no, he wanted more structure. So I said, okay. I changed out the script, and then now I know what he needs. So the last 2 issues are going a lot smoother, and I already have number 4. As soon as I have the money from number 3, we're going to start with number 4 and get that one cranking. So we're going to keep on going.
Nice. That's what we do in comics, bro. All right. So between the pages, one of these characters will die. But before we get to trying to figure out which one that is, why don't you give us a little rundown of the characters?
Yeah. So the whole idea of the book is it's dystopian. It's an action mystery. It's reminiscent of 90s over-the-top action with more of a modern twist. I always loved the 90s era comics. So that's what I grew up on. So that's what I wanted to do for my stuff. And the little pitch is basically it's G.I. Joe meets X-Men in the apocalypse with a time warping fog. It's very original with the time warping fog part. So I've been told. I just had this idea that I was running, and I just decided I was in some fog and thought, what if I ran on the other side of this fog and ended up somewhere else? Where would I be? And that's how this story came to be. But some of the characters, a lot of those are rebels. The whole idea of the story is in the present. Hunter, our main character, he goes through a catastrophic event. Some kind of explosion happens. They don't know where it came from. And a couple of days later, he's running like I was when I thought of the idea. And he runs into some fog, and all of a sudden ends up 26 years in the future. Everything around him is the same place, but everything is destroyed. He doesn't know what happened. People are waiting for him to come through this fog, some of these rebels, to save him from the ruling regime that has taken over and not helping out the community anymore. They're working for themselves, and the rebels are there to stop this regime. The second guy in those characters, Damon, he is the ruler of the regime. They call themselves Schism. And Cole, the first one, he is sort of like the second in command of the rebels. He's the one that takes Hunter away. And Zeta and Alpha and the last one, Epsilon, they're these elite rebels with code names. They have their own set of skills, and they're in this battlefield trying to get Hunter out of there before he's taken by this regime. And Vasily and Gavin, they are 2 of the bad guys with Damon. Vasily is like second in command, and Gavin is like the science officer type character. And Alexei in the bottom, he is the leader of the rebels. He normally stays at the base. So Cole is out in the fields, and Alexei stays back. And they have a family mentality with the rebels. It's kind of the family that you chose type thing, and they're always bickering, kind of like a Ninja Turtles type of family dynamic. Right. Everybody has their own thing that they want to do, and they're always bickering back and forth, but they can also work as a team. So that's really where I got a lot of the family dynamic from, was from Ninja Turtles, just because I love those books too. and shows and movies, of course. But those are those characters, and you've got, I guess you'd see a little further down with the add-ons. There is a character called, excuse me. There is our robot cyborg type character that is the soldier, kind of like the Foot Clan type of character. Yeah, if you go all the way down to the add-ons, you'll see them. They're kind of like a sentinel colored. Actually, right there, the original, the first pages. We go a little higher, and right there, yep, them. Yeah. So they're kind of like the soldiers that the elite rebels have to fight out in the field, and they're there to take Hunter, and the rebels stop them. As you see, like Epsilon is the character to the left there, and she's one of the favorite characters so far. And she is like this punk that doesn't listen to anybody but Alexei, pretty much. And she's got this really cool sniper. She uses blades later on. Nobody can mess with her. So she's one of my favorite characters. And actually, if we get to it, I have, for my stretch goal at $4,000, is the backstory for her. I've got an 8-page script ready to go. And I wanted to add 2 of the first pages to the digital for everybody. And then my plan is to eventually have the whole 8-page story at the end of the trade when I come out with the trade after issue 4. That's the idea.
Now, is that the end?
So that'll be the first arc. So I do have it planned out for 12 issues, and I'm just going from each one that I can. We'll see how long it takes to get there, because it's going to be a while. But
I was kind of hoping you were going to say it doesn't end, because I want all the things to end after I'm gone. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything I might read or watch on TV or movies. I don't want the story to end until after I'm gone.
That's fair.
That way I get content all the way up until death, right?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's I've never thought of it that way. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Well, I missed the ending, but I figure I'll be around to see it end.
Yeah. Sometimes like shows endings, though, they're not what you're hoping for anyways. So it's probably better that you don't get to see the ending.
Or they get canceled before it's over anyway, right?
Yep. That's
oh,
true.
Man, I hate that. I hate when they cancel a show and they didn't even finish it.
Yep, you never get any resolution from it.
Yeah, no kind of serious ending. Just like, oh, it kind of fell out.
Yep.
All right, so we got dude scooting across the desert on a bike.
Yep. So a lot of it's kind of a Mad Max kind of world at times. There is the town, but past that, this explosion has destroyed it pretty much. And there's definitely some Mad Max type vehicles in all 3 issues. So I just had some fun with that. And this kind of scene, I was kind of thinking of the episode 2 of Star Wars where Anakin's going after his mom. And I just kind of had that kind of feel to it. Same kind of emotions as well. Something happens. I don't want to go into it until someone reads it, but a couple pages before, something crazy happens. He finds out, and he's going after Damon by himself. Now he's trained a little bit more than he was, since he didn't know what was going on in the first issue. And he feels like he doesn't want anybody else to get hurt, so he's trying to take on the entire team of Schism on his own. And we'll see by the issue 3 at the end if it was a good idea or not. And then the last book of book 4 is going to be just every page is going to be nonstop action. It's going to be a lot of fun. So it's been building to this.
I like this right here. He's like, nice dismount.
Oh yeah. You know,
you see him getting ready to jump off that bike right there, right?
Yep.
That's a nice dismount. I like that.
Yeah, and so there's different powers with the fog. It's not just that he got into the future with the fog. He's learning to control it so he can stop time. So he's going through this portal. When he's in the middle of the portal, everyone's frozen type thing. There's also in the second issue, which might have something to do with the third issue too. In the second one, he's fighting some robots. he's using the fog on them, and they actually turn to rust as it's like jumping through the air. So it has time warping abilities to change anything, whether it's a robot, maybe a person. You'll have to find out by reading, of course. But that's the idea anyway. So it's all kinds of time things. There's the fog he can use to push them aside as well. So there's different aspects to it. And Damon, he also has a fog power. In the second one, second issue, I had a cover where he has it's kind of a Green Lantern type power, where his fog he uses on his hand that's all messed up, and he's got electricity coming out with the fog as well, and it's pretty cool. So he can use different shapes. So those are the two with the fog, and there's a mystery behind where the fog came from. Kind of explained it in the third issue a little bit, but of course we want to leave it lingering on and through the issues to explain more and more. And actually, one of the pages, the next page down, that actually sort of shows a little bit of the origin. So that's actually a 2-page spread that you'll have to flip the book sideways.
Right.
And I just thought it turned out really well. So he's kind of like astral planed version of himself and showing a little bit of the story. Of course, there'll be letters to that page. I left that off because that would explain too much on the Kickstarter page.
Yeah. You don't. You can't give them too much.
Yep. Gotta have some intrigue to it.
24 pages, various cover options, PDF. At higher pledge levels, backers will access campaign exclusive limited edition items like our Swarm Soldier Lego.
Yep, that's actually this right here. I don't know if you can really see it.
Hold up. Well, yeah, we'll make it big. Show it to us.
Let's see
there
if you can see it. And it's got the front and the back. Yeah, I saw someone else do the Lego, and I had to reach out and ask them where they got it from. So, and the company that did it is awesome. They're fantastic at what they do.
I got one from Dominic Pace. He was in The Mandalorian.
Oh, nice, yeah.
He got a little Lego of his character, Nice. It was pretty cool. And then my grandsons, because they have 1 million Legos.
Oh yeah.
They created a actual Pops Lego.
Oh, nice.
Back there on the shelf.
Yeah, my son, he's obsessed with Legos. I've collected two actually. Right here, I've got the helicarrier, the whole huge Lego set. I got a long time ago, so I collect as well. Just not as much as I used to.
I kind of can't hear you when the kids are yelling. Ah!
But yeah, the Lego is awesome. We've got trading cards. We've got, of course, stickers. This kind of gives you the first issues, kind of a quick story of the characters and how they look and everything.
And then issue 2, a little synopsis with I like that you give a synopsis of the past books with a couple of pages too. Most people just like this is what happened in book 1, this is what happened in book 2. This is how you do it. This is how you hook them to get them to go get that back issue.
Yep.
That catch-up tier. You do have a catch-up tier, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, this is how you lure them into that. See, issue 1 looks good. Issue 2 looks good. Come get issue 3.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to show off the art. I love the art myself, so the more I can show it, the better.
So the rewards. We have the $5 digital. It's 25 minutes left, folks. This is your last chance to get this thing. We're going to run through all these rewards, but you ain't got to wait. You see what you like, get it. Just get it. So the digital, $5. That's plain and simple. You get the digital. The digital deluxe has extra stuff. What extra stuff?
So pencils, inks, colors. And with the deluxe, I've done it in the past, and I basically some of the certain specific pages I'll explain, the process of what we were going through, what we were thinking about, and and how we changed it, because we definitely went from scripts to the artist, and we talked back and forth, and sometimes we did less panels, more panels. This time, the 2-page spread where you saw his full armor, like you were talking about earlier, that one was 1 page, and we turned it into a 2-page. It just looked too pretty to not do. So I changed the rest of the script because of that page, how it went with the process. So definitely a couple things that we've done together as a team that I'll explain in there.
Then you have a digital wait a minute. They got a digital backup tier right there. It says, "Oh,
yeah,
that's
it's
Kickstarter does the stupid in order of the dollar amount." That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
so you got your digital catch up here, $14 for all 3 issues.
Yep.
And then you're in. And then there's the physical of cover A, David Dion's cover, your interior artist right there for $10. $10 and shipping, of course.
Yeah, and shipping. I think it's $6 shipping for pretty much all the tiers. So try not to gouge anybody. I'm trying to be as cheap as possible, but also get it out there.
We do have friends that do fulfillment. We have friends that do fulfillment at no cost to you.
Oh, wow.
So when you're getting sick of packaging 100 comics this time,
Right.
just let me know. I'll put you in touch with somebody that will handle all of that for you, and you get to go right back to work on your comics.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome.
No fulfillment problems at all, right?
Yep.
And dude's done it for a whole. Actually, we'll play the commercial at the end of the show. You'll see all the different comics that he's already doing or done fulfillment for.
Nice.
And I ain't never heard anybody complain, man. Not once. And everything I've gotten from him, that was done through him.
Yeah.
Awesome. Comes beautifully. And
awesome.
It's in a package that can't get wet. Your Gemini is inside a plastic bag, right? Oh, it's,
That's the way to do it.
No cost to you. I'm just saying.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a lot of time and effort for sure.
Yeah. And well, for me, I just look at it like you guys are creators, right? And if you can go right back to creating when this campaign's over, instead of having to worry about 2 weeks of bagging, boarding, shipping, shopping, you know what I mean? If you could just go right back to work, wouldn't that be worth not having it cost you nothing?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
He makes his money out of the shipping costs, and he obviously is paying for Geminis and bags and boards and all that.
Right.
You don't have to pay for none of that. You have to order none of that. You see where I'm coming from?
The whole package deal.
Right up there in the corner, Critical Blast. That's our guy, man.
Nice.
Actually publishing. He's putting people in Walmart and Barnes and Noble, and he's pretty much doing it all now, So
yeah,
I'll definitely hook you up with him if you're interested, for sure.
Cool.
And we're also just so you know, we're broadcasting right now on the Critical Blast Twitter channel. So
nice.
He's one of us, bro.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you got the catch up here, which is good. You got the Fog Within 3, the cover B. I don't want to butcher his name, Christopher Owain.
I think so, or Hawaiian. I'm not sure.
So that's his cover, and that's $15.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. They get drawn in tier. I saw that on a bigger.
Yeah, I had it earlier in the pages to show. So that actually, I had people waiting for it when I went live. So the first 30 minutes, all 3 spots were taken, which is awesome. Because it took a while for my second one to have the drawn in tier go out. But yeah, I was talking to people while I was in pre-launch, and I showed them the page and stuff, and yeah, they were ready for it as soon as I went live.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've been drawn into a few books.
Yeah, he did a great job too. I show what my artist did in the second one, so that those 2 panels to the side, it was the pencils only on the Kickstarter page, and then the panel that he did with everybody, and they all loved it so much. Yeah, it looks exactly like them. It's crazy. I wish I could do that. I can draw stick figures and try to make it look like you, but that's about all I can do.
Do you want to see the first appearance of Pops in a comic book?
Yeah, sure.
There it is. That's
Nice.
the first appearance of Pops. That was in The Crew #2 by Todd Wargilla.
Nice.
Yeah, and a bunch of them since then. But
Yeah.
that's fun, man. Victor Medina cover #3, $20. $20. Which cover sold best?
I got some. It's hard to see too because I have it in the deluxe. I have it in the a couple of different things as foils and metals.
The physical.
Yeah.
It was the A cover. I looked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Now this I like. The Fog Within #3 cover A with the Swarm Lego for $28, guys. You get a little Lego in a comic book. Lego, dude. That is cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
The physical catch up 1 through 3 cover A's. All 3 of them, $30. Get caught up. Know what's up. Be ready for book 4.
Yeah, and it's been awesome too because there's been a ton of people that did the catch-up tiers, the different ones that I have in there. Because I've got a metal catch-up tier, I've got the standard A's, I've got the deluxe, I've got, trying to put everything out there, every option known to man.
All right.
And yeah, it's been good to see the growth.
Nobody jumped on the Medina holofoil chrome cover?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you people? No. Come on now. Victor drew that. Y'all give him a little support. Come on. Holofoil chrome cover B. Nobody's liking it's not the 90s, bro. That's what they're saying. This ain't the 90s.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty. I did it on the issue 2, and yeah, it turned out nice.
Well, I've seen a couple people lately that have been making the stretch goal. We'll make some hollow covers, and then if you want it, we'll substitute the one you got with that same one, but hollow foil, right?
Yeah.
They got to reach that stretch goal first,
Yeah. And someone's asking too where I got the metal covers done. I used Ready Comics for their metal cards and actually the foil too. I did the foil through them, the metal cards. I did a metal trading card once, all through them, and they did a great job.
And where are they located?
I think it's in Arizona, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong.
I thought so. I think that's I know who that is. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's where they are.
Good stuff. The Savvy Retailer Bundle issue. 2 copies of all the A covers, 1 variant, your choice.
Yeah. Just trying to get any kind of retailers because, I've always loved going to local comic shops, and I've got it in all the stores around here locally, but I'd love to expand it to other shops around the country, of course.
Yes. And you retailers, I know there's a few that are in the madness, you guys, Johnny and Fergal and you guys. When you see these guys that actually put up a retail tier, go take a look, man, because as long as you can get it in a price point where you as a shop owner can make a buck,
right?
Give these guys a shot, man. That's all we can do. You got to get the new creators out there and give them a shot.
Yeah.
The metal cover A. So you said the metal cover looked good. Do you have one?
I do have one not next to me though. I'm actually all packed up with all the stuff I have. I'm doing my first actual little con tomorrow, so I'm all packed, ready to go. Otherwise, I would show it. But yeah, they turned out great though. We did it for issue 1. We did just cover C. Issue 2, I had somebody wanted cover A, and I also did it for cover C. And yeah, it looks awesome. I sold one of the catch-up tiers of the metals for this one. I think just one. But yeah, I was trying to price point it low enough to where it intrigues people, but where I can still make a few dollars from it.
Right.
So they're all. I think I did all of them for $40 with the metal trading card as well.
With the trading card, there you go. So the C, the Medina with the trading card, and then the T-shirt card comic combo.
Yeah.
Well, I did that well, didn't I? You get a shirt, you get a card, you get a combo comic. You get to choose whichever A, B, or C cover. You get a T-shirt option of A or B, and you get the trading card.
Yeah. I kind of went a little overboard on doing some of the tiers with one extra thing as the next tier or whatever, but I just want to put every option. And then I did all the add-ons too, that you could always mix and match your own, but it's easier if the tier is already there. So I just kept on making them.
The Ketchup Deluxe issues.
Yep. So I think I just put in there either you could do A through C, whichever covers you wanted to make it the digital deluxe. But I think the one person that did it so far, they want all the C covers, which is what I show on the pictures, the C's.
Get a copy of issues 1 through 3, covers in print. The ones that are in print. Is that implying that you have stuff that's out of print?
No,
Okay.
no. I'll keep on making them.
Yeah,
I don't have numbers.
That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. The first time you print them, that's the first printing.
Oh yeah. They're definitely first prints.
Okay.
Yeah, because especially with the first one, I made way more than the second one too.
And make sure when you go, like if you sell out of book 1, your first issue, when you go to reprint them because people still want them,
right?
Change something on the cover to differentiate between the first and second printing, so that collectors like me 30 years from now are going, I don't know which one's the first print.
Right.
Make sure the people know which, when you do a second printing, make sure there's something to differentiate the first printing from the second.
It's a good idea.
Collectors will love you for it.
Right. Makes sense.
I bought some Freak Brothers comics, and they've been printed so many times, right? And I had to go research and figure out what printing I had, because I had no idea, and it wasn't like common knowledge, but I did find out there's certain color schemes on it that they did different in the next printing and the next printing and the next.
Right.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah. It's part of the fun of the game too, though, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, that's for sure. So you got the retail tier, which is good. You got the all-in package, the T-shirt, the comic, the Legos, the trading card. Now, see, 4 people went, yeah, I'm a collector. I'm getting all that.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I'm just excited to get some of these Legos out there. My son wants to steal mine. I have the prototype, so I'm going to buy all the other ones after the Kickstarter's over. But he keeps on trying to take it from me. And I'm trying to have it for the shows, show it off a little bit.
Well, how many did you have made?
Well, I only made the one so far, so I paid for that one, and then I'll make the order after the Kickstarter, and then I'll still get like 5, maybe 10 extras just to have, for cons and everything, and for future campaigns. But he's excited to see more of them, because then he'll play with them for like a minute, have like an army.
A whole minute?
Right, before I send them off.
Catch up issue 1 through 3 with the Lego.
With the Lego.
$50.
Yep.
And then the epic retailer bundle issue, where you get more.
Yeah, you get 15 of them all together.
Yeah, more comics, get more.
Yeah, and I had 2 different ones, because I do have some guys that have bought in the past, so they don't want issues 1 and 2 again. They want just all of them as 3. So there's 15 issues of number 3, or 15 issues altogether of 1 through 3.
Right.
Yeah.
And the metal catch-up issue 1 through 3 cover C. And that's not a bad deal, folks. $90 for 3 metal comics.
Yeah.
Metal covers, that's pretty awesome. The early bird, you're done. You don't get that. You don't get to be drawn in. No, you don't get those 2. But there's all kinds of other cool stuff to get involved in here, people. All kinds. So you got about 10 minutes left.
10 minutes, yeah.
To jump up in here.
It's crazy. We're at the end, because I was in the same. Yeah, we got 2. Nice. But yeah, so the first one that I did, we finished really the same week as now last year. So it's crazy to be in the 3rd issue and starting on the 4th in this time frame. It's a whirlwind for sure. It's every day doing the next step to get to the next part of it and keep on going.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Consistency. Look, if you're putting books in hand, people are going to buy your books.
Right.
That's There's no better sales point than the fact that people know they're going to get the book.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have on there December is the time frame where we're going to be putting it out, but we're pretty much done. He has the last page he's doing right now. All I got to do is letter half the book, and that's pretty much it. So we'll go straight to printing, and I'm hoping it'll be late October, early November, really, that we're going to get in people's hands. I just put December just in case something goes wrong. You never know. With the little gap. Yep.
That's what you're supposed to do. Give yourself a little cushion because something's going to go wrong.
Yep.
You know,
the first one we did it in November, even though I said December last time. And then the second issue we did in March, and I said it'd be July, and everybody got the first week of June. So I'm hoping to keep that trend up.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to under promise and over deliver.
Oh yeah.
You know?
And one thing too, at the top, you'll see where it says fully funded. There's the image of Hunter versus Damon, just a little higher up. And that is actually, so everybody gets that as a magnet. But that is our tease to issue 4. So that is part cover for issue number 4.
Nice.
By Bruno Lima is his name, and he did an amazing cover. I'm excited about that one. That's going to be my stand-up poster I'm going to have for cons. I'm still going to make it, but that's what it's going to be. And there's definitely a lot of fighting between Damon and Hunter in the 4th issue. So because they haven't really seen each other yet until the 3rd issue, and something happens at the end, and then crazy stuff happens. So
well, I do like the magnet thing. I got filing cabinets with comics.
Nice.
Comic magnets and stickers are all over them. You know what I mean? So magnets you can take off and put on something else. Stickers are just stuck there, right?
Yeah. Yep. I don't typically, the ones that I've gotten in from Kickstarter, I don't typically take the backs off. So I'll just put like a piece of tape on the back and then put it somewhere so I can always move it if I want to. So it's not used one time and you're done.
Well, at one point I was figuring I'd just wallpaper them things with stickers.
Yeah.
Just cover them up. And then I started getting magnets too. And it's like, okay, well, now some of them are magnets, some of them are stickers. And you got to go over there and check to see what's what.
Yeah.
Eventually, they'll just be covered with stickers. The magnets will cover the refrigerator.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got a whole bin of the Kickstarter stickers. It's fun to see. And my son loves them too. He might steal a couple from me as well.
Yeah. They do that, don't they? That's cool. Can I have that?
Yeah.
So, what else do we got? Anything down here? Oh, create more indie comics. Comic Wellspring. Yes.
Yeah. It's
Gemini
always Gemini mailers.
Yes. There's what you were just talking about, the project timeline. Let's give a little shout out to your whole team here at the end. What do you think?
Yeah. So David Dion, like I said, he's the pencil and inker. He's been great. Josh Rodriguez has been the colors for everything since the beginning as well, and we're working well together. Letter Squids, Justin, he is the one that's done all the lettering for all the books, and he's great. He also designs and formats everything for me. And then for the variant cover artist for this one is Victor Medina and Christopher Hawaiian. And they've all done a great job, and I couldn't have a book without them, and it wouldn't be professional. No one wants to see my, what David calls it, my matchstick figures. I'd have a matchstick figure book, and nobody's buying that.
and I just want to say thank you for having an editor.
Yes. Yep. Oh yeah. It's funny because she's definitely a friend, but she will not be the friend that says everything's great. She will tell me how dumb it is and change it immediately. Yes. She'll be the first one to tell me, which is exactly what I need.
You cannot have a yes man. You cannot have a yes man for an editor, yo. If they start telling you, oh yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, that's perfect. You might need a new editor.
Oh yeah. No, I don't need a yes man. I don't need somebody to say everything's great because it's gonna go out in the world and people are gonna say it's not great. So
Yes.
I need to look great before it leaves.
Good stuff. All the funds will go toward getting issue 4 ready to go. This is planned to be a 12-issue miniseries, 3 trades. There's all your breakdowns. 100 backers did good.
Yeah.
Not that far from the next one, really.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Bang, bang. They're just popping out the woodwork for you now.
Yeah.
115,
awesome.
bro. 115 backers. That's awesome.
That's crazy. Yeah, my personal goal was 125 backers and 4,000 for the fund, but I'm so close. Dang. That's awesome. And
you can do it. You can get him to 125 real quick and bust open that last backer reward. You can do that.
Yep, that'd be insane. So the backer reward for at 4,000 is the Epsilon backstory. So that's that punk rocker, how she started out, how she was in the present, and how she got 26 years, in the future, and that journey. And it's also about the rebellion, how it started. So it's kind of starts with her and then evolves into the team by the end of the 8 pages. So so that's her right there to the left. Right. Yeah, right there. She's definitely one of the favorites. And that'd be awesome if we could get to that. That would just blow my mind, of course. But I'll be grateful for whatever I get. I mean, the last one we went. So the first issue we got to exactly 2,500, which was the goal, at like 5 minutes before the campaign was over. That was stressful. I was just like blowing up everybody's phones, calling family. I was like, hey, we need to get this.
And that's why we do these.
Right.
That's why we do these countdowns, because some people might just totally forget, and you come out here and you blast the net in that last hour. Yo, come get some, Dude, I'm really it would be cool if you could get to that 125 backers and get.
That'd be insane.
Get 10 books out there. That'd be sweet.
Yep. And I mean, we're definitely seeing growth though. The first one, I think we were at 86 backers. The second one, we were at 98 at about $3,000. And now we're just seeing growth every time. I know it's not gonna always be like that, but I'll always be grateful to see though.
That's just it though. There are series out there where it is always like that. There's times when like a lot of people this last year have been really struggling. It's been a rough, couple years for comic people. A lot of people aren't making that as much as they did on the last book. That's happening to a lot of people. They're still doing a good number.
Yeah.
But they dropped off a little bit. It's not because their book ain't no good. It's because they got no damn money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel that. When I started my Kickstarter, I started buying too, and it's definitely an obsession now. And I can't buy everybody's book, so I totally understand. So I bought 16.
I'm sitting here right now, and it's like I don't have any funds, or I'd be getting involved, talking you into selling me just at least number 1, so I can go get see if I like it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Catch-up tiers are cool, but do you have the individual in the add-ons?
Yep. Yeah, because there were some that did the first one and didn't do the second one. So they're all add-on in there digitally or physically as well.
1 minute, people. How fast can you do it? I know somebody else is doing it. Come on. Give me 117. Talk to me, people. This is what I do. Just ignore me and
Oh, we've got what 5, 6 since we've been on. So
5, yeah.
That's awesome.
5, 111, right? Yeah, it's good. It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Like you said, it just reminds people. A lot of people forget. They're busy. Oh crap! That one's. You got one chance. Last chance. Come get some.
Yep.
And if we can help people sell books, I don't care how we do it. We just want to help people sell some books.
Yeah.
That's what the madness is all about. Sean, thank you so much for spending the last hour of your campaign with us.
Yep. Thank you.
All you people watching, thank you for spending your time with us. You 5 last backers, thank you for getting up in there. You 111, they backed it before I talked to you. Thank you too. If you saw it on Laurie's show, if you saw it here, wherever you saw it, thank the people that were promoting it, because, you know, getting eyes on these projects is just the second most important thing to actually doing the work.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
it's definitely a community effort. I mean, I can't do it alone. I don't have an audience without starting somewhere. So I appreciate everybody that's helped me out so far.
It looks awesome. Congratulations on a solid campaign.
Thank you.
When you get ready to launch number 4, get with me so we can do some kind of a big ass launch party.
Cool. Sounds good.
I'll get Laurie to come join us too.
Sounds cool. Let's get Karen involved.
Oh, you want to go on, Killer Karen?
We'll see. I don't know how I'd fare on that.
Hold up. I don't think you want to do that, man.
Right.
I love that show. I love making it. I probably have had more fun just making those 2 episodes that since we started. Dude, that's so much fun. Laurie knows what she's doing. We have a great time. It's not scripted, people. We might put together 2 or 3 questions, just basic questions to throw out there during the show. And everything else is just ad lib crap off of that. And it's a blast, man. I have so much
crazy
fun. But yeah, if you want to be on that list, man.
We'll see. I'll talk to Laurie. We'll see if I can handle that or not.
I think you could.
Yeah.
If you watch tonight's, just watching the end of it, where usually we put bloopers there.
Right.
Stuff that we messed up. We didn't have no bloopers. All we had was just busting up laughing and having to stop the recording because we busted up laughing. So she took all those laugh tracks and put them at the end of the show. You can see how many times in the making of it that we just broke. It was hilarious, man. I had so much fun doing that. Laurie, damn it. Sean, I will see you again when you post your pre-launch. Let me know. We'll get you on just one of the regular shows for the pre-launch. Do a launch with you. Run out all the way to the end with you. I like to cover somebody's campaign from beginning to end. So let me know. Let me know when you're ready to do this thing. And now, because during launch parties and countdowns, I do not show any sponsor stuff or other people's campaigns and stuff till the end of the show. Now we're going to go through about 15, a whole bunch of trailers to play for you guys. So hang in there. It's all good stuff. Thanks, Sean. I'll talk to you later, brother.
Thank you.
Peace, everybody.
Do you have my espresso bean?
How'd you get out of prison?
Good lawyer. Enough, Doc. Where's my bean?
I don't have it.
Jimmy's been kidnapped. Help me, and I'll do anything.
What's in it for me?
Information about your mother.
Detective Mickey Potatoes is back, and this time the stakes are higher than ever.
A priceless espresso bean is missing and a life is on the line. Join Mickey in an all-ages noir adventure packed with comedy, suspense, and heart. Support Detective Potatoes, Lord of the Bean on Kickstarter, and unlock exclusive rewards. Books, poker chips, minifigures, and more. Back the campaign today and help bring this thrilling mystery to life. Support independent storytelling. Support Detective Potatoes.
Who am I, you ask? I was created in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by the waste of a dying world. I was bestowed with an insurmountable task. Bring peace after decades of death, persecution, and chaos. I am a grandchild of war, destined to help 2 camps which hate has fueled for far too long. Surprisingly, I am not alone. have an odd bunch to make the road a little more bearable. Come with me. To bring hope where there was despair. Respect where there was resentment. Creativity where there was destruction. I am Pinocchio. And this is my story.
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they have just, I mean, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
Genuinely cutting, but also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium.
Critical plus logistics, getting it done, getting it there.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz
how to
hands. Jazz hands.
Have a good night.